Okay, sir. Very good afternoon to you all. This is Ravindra from ANURAG Pharmacy College. On behalf of ANURAG Pharmacy College, I welcome to the guest on the topic overseas opportunities for pharmacists and career guidance, which was done by the Dr. Akram Ahmad, sir. So, a brief introduction about Dr. Akram Ahmad, sir. He got a B Pharm, PharmD, and PhD from the University of the Sydney, Australia. Currently, is working as a research manager, Children's Hospital at Sydney, New South Wales, Australia. So he has a promised researcher on having a number of research papers, over 110 papers, several book chapters, conference papers, including high impact factors. Having area of the interest was pharmacy practice, disaster management, as well as is a reviewer, editor-in-chief in Journal of Pharmacy Practice and Community Medicine. He is also a founder of CEO of Academically. And one more thing is that Akram was recipient of a prestigious award, Best Promising Research Award from the UCSI University in the era of 2016 with prize money. And also is a promising researcher and dedicated for the research, and where the profile is rated among the all top 5% of the scientists on ResearchGate Global Professional Network for Scientists and Researchers. So now the is handovering to Dr. Akram Ahmad, sir. So welcome to you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Can you please stop sharing this? Yeah. Hi, Ravne sir. How are you?
Yes, sir. Fine, sir.
Okay. So, hi everyone. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir, we can.
Okay. So, hello everyone. This is Dr. Akram here. I'm basically an Indian pharmacist living and working in Australia. Okay. So today I'm going to discuss how you can, work in Australia as a pharmacist from India to Australia, how you can migrate. So we'll see the step-by-step process. So end of this webinar, you can ask any question one-on-one, okay? Or yes, so anything, and we also give you the link in the description so you can fill that form. And if you have any specific questions, so we may answer you later on also as well. So you can ask the question in English, Hindi, or in your own local language also. I mean, you can ask in Telugu as well. So academically provide the assistance for all healthcare professionals like medical doctor, dentist, pharmacist, nurses, lab technicians, optometrists, veterinary doctor, any healthcare professional want to migrate, want to work in any other countries. As you know, you need to write the exam that particular country. You need to pass the exam, and you need to register yourself as a certified healthcare professional. For example, you are a pharmacist. You want to work in Dubai, you have to go for need to give pass the DHE exam. If you want to work in Dubai or sorry Canada, like PBC, US for NCLEX, OSPEP for UK. So same like in Australia, you need to pass KAPS exam if you want to work in Australia and New Zealand. So these two countries have the same exam you need to pass, and there are several centers and exam centers in India. You can pass exam in India, and then permanently you can migrate with your family. So this is about myself. I completed basically diploma in pharmacy, bachelor of pharmacy, and PharmD PB from India. Okay, and I completed my PhD from University of Sydney in Australia. And I have around 10 years of teaching experience in India, and I work around 4 years in Malaysia, and last around 6 years I'm in Australia. Okay, so I'm here pharmacy practice lecturer here. So what we do basically at academically, so academically provide two assistance. One is the study abroad. So if you want to do any MS or master degree in Australia, we can help you to get your admission done free of cost. We do not charge anything for this. Okay, but I do not recommend to anyone to go this process. This process is very expensive, basically around 30 to 50 lakh Indian rupees you need to invest if you want to do any master degree in India. Sorry, in Australia. For example, you want to do like a Master of Public Health, Master of Healthcare Management, or Informatics, Master of Informatics, or Pharmaceutical Sciences, or Master of Pharmacy. Any course if you want to do, they're very, very expensive in Australia. And you only can get the job after you pass the KAPS exam again. Okay, so no advantage to come on a study visa. So the best pathway to migrate Australia as a pharmacist, you have to do registration process. You have to register yourself as a pharmacist with Australian Pharmacy Council. Then government will give you the permanent visa and then can migrate to Australia. So, as a pharmacist, first of all, if you want to migrate to Australia, there is no work experience required. So, zero work experience required to migrate to Australia. Okay. So, you can migrate as Australia as a retail pharmacist, or you also can migrate as a hospital pharmacist. Both these two occupations have the same job description. So, there are three steps you need to complete in order to migrate to Australia. The first step called initial skill assessment, or we also can say this is a document verification. Okay, so this part we will complete behalf of you. You just need to provide us your scanned copy of your documents. For example, your degree, your transcript, your registration, your passport, etc. All these documents we will need. Okay, so this is the step one process. And then step two process called KAPS exam. You need to write now the KAPS exam, and we will provide you the 3-month coaching. This is a really very, very easy exam. Anyone can pass. So we will provide you coaching online from Australia for this exam. And the step three, basically English test. Okay, like IELTS, OAT, or PT, any test you need to pass, and we will also provide you the coaching for these also. Okay, so step one, we will complete. Step two, we will provide you the coaching, and you need to go to sit in the exam in Hyderabad. Okay, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai. We have around 8 centers. I will discuss later on in the slides. So same process for hospital pharmacists, same for retail pharmacists, and 90% jobs in Australia available in these two profession only. Okay, so maximum jobs are for this retail pharmacist or hospital pharmacist. So once you pass the exam, register yourself as a pharmacist with Australian Pharmacy Council, easily you can get the job. Okay, now if anyone completed Bachelor of Pharmacy or MPharm or PharmD, now they are working in pharmaceutical industry. They also can migrate, but they need 2-year work experience at least, or pharmacy technician also need 1-year experience. As I mentioned, the maximum jobs are available in the retail pharmacy or hospital pharmacy only. Okay. Some also can migrate like as a university lecturer. If you completed your Master of Pharmacy or PharmD or PhD, and you have a 2 to 3 year teaching experience, you can migrate. But there is a difference. Basically, the point you need very high. So if you are applying as a university lecturer, you need 90 points. But if you are applying as a pharmacist, you need only 65 points. So very easy to get the visa and job. The another reason why Australia need pharmacists. Australia only 8 pharmacy college. They are offering pharmacy education in Australia. If I compare this college, might be 100 college we can find only in Hyderabad itself. Okay, if we see the entire the state, might be there's so many colleges. Right now the PCI approved colleges, including the diploma in pharmacy, bachelor of pharmacy, pharmd, around 6,000 pharmacy colleges are currently approved by the PCI. So a lot of pharmacy college in India, but in Australia we have only 8 pharmacy college. That's why to complete this need or to cater this need, they need around 3,000 pharmacists around yearly, and they give visa for them. 3,000 pharmacists they need yearly from overseas, like from India. Okay, so this is the right opportunity for you to migrate to Australia as a pharmacist. University lecturers have a very low scope or no jobs, I can say, because only 8 pharmacy college and they are producing enough number of PhDs from Australia. I'm also graduate from University of Sydney, the one of the top university in Australia. So it's still very difficult to find a job because number of vacancies as a lecturer very, very low. So become a pharmacist in New Zealand is the same process you have to follow. Like step 1 skill assessment, step 2 KAPS exam, step 3 is the English test. Okay. So what are the difference in Australia and New Zealand? They are two different countries. So we see New Zealand is a very small country as compared to Australia. Australia have a huge scope, lot of pharmacists. They need around 3,000 yearly pharmacists need in Australia. Okay. And Australia need zero work experience. So if you do not have any work experience, you can migrate to Australia. But New Zealand required at least 1 year working experience in the retail pharmacy or hospital pharmacy. Okay. And if you fail in your, in Australia, you can give as many times you want. Okay. So there is no restriction. But New Zealand only give 2 chances. First chance, the second attempt. If you fail, you cannot try it third time. But I'm just giving you the information basically. But since you joined academically will take care of your all of your, you will pass in your first attempt because we have very high track record to pass exam. 93% students pass from academically in last 3 exams now. So the exam conducted by your Australian Pharmacy Council. Okay. So they have 8 exam centers currently in India. So you just need to go to the exam center to write this exam. So part 1, the skill assessment, these are documents we required like degree, transcript, registration, passport, Aadhaar card, all those things. And you need to pay the fees to the government of Australia or Australian Pharmacy Council 1310. This is basically around 70,000 Indian rupees if I convert it in Indian rupees. So this is the University of Sydney, and this is one of the oldest university in Australia, and I can say in the around the world. They established this university in 1849. Okay, and the pharmacy school is itself somewhere here behind this building. So where I did my PhD, and I was working as a lecturer there also. They established this pharmacy school in 1899. Okay, so very, very old pharmacy school in the world, I can say. So someone want to study and you can explore here. So step 2, KAPS exam. KAPS exam is called Knowledge Assessment of Pharmaceutical Sciences. So they just want to check your knowledge, whatever you study in your pharmacy degree, whether it is easy to pass or not. But so it is just 100 multiple choice question they will give in to you, and you just need to score 50% only to pass this exam. And the exam fees you need to pay for this exam like 2230 Australian dollar. So this is exam. First of all, no negative marking. If I compare this exam with GPAT or NIPER JE, those exams was really tough exam. This is really easy exam. First of all, no negative marking. So you have to attend all 100 questions. Okay. And passing marks required only 50%. Okay. In the exam result, they will only give fail or pass. It doesn't matter you score 60% or 90% or 50%. You just need to pass the exam. Okay. So there is a 2 paper you need to write in the same day. Okay. For example, the morning 9 to 11, there is the exam. Paper 1, they will give you the 30 questions from pharmaceutical chemistry and 70 questions from pharmacology and physiology. And you just need to score 50%. And after 1 hour gap, you have to go for paper 2. So like 9 to 11 and 11 to 12, 1 hour gap. Then 12 to 2, you have to write paper 2. Paper 2, they will ask you pharmaceutics and pharmacotherapy questions. And again, 100 questions they will give you in 2 hour time. You just need to score in 50% only. Okay. And if you fail in any of this paper, only that papers you need to repeat next time. You no need to sit in the both papers again. Okay. So after 2 to 3 weeks, you will receive the result once you pass the exam. So these are the exam centers in India: Delhi, Noida, Gurgaon, Pune, Mumbai, Bangalore, Hyderabad, and Chennai. So these are the 8 exam centers in India currently. And these exams, they will conduct yearly 3 times, like March, July, and November. Okay. So from Pharma Tutor recently, they published one report about academically. So 93% students pass from academically. And here are the English tests you need to score, basically like IELTS, academic or OET or PT. We will provide you the coaching for this as well. So if someone want to go for industrial pharmacy, need 2 year experience, as I mentioned earlier. But finding a job, difficult to advise to go on the exam, pass the exam, and come to Australia as a pharmacist. Same for technician. Then you are eligible to apply permanent visa like 190 and 491, or 407, 494, 482. These 2 visa require 2 year work experience, but these 3 work, these visa does not require any experience. You can apply. Okay. So your first job, you have to work as an intern pharmacist for 1 year, and they will pay you around $30 per hour salary. And then you can become a pharmacist. Then you can write like community pharmacist, hospital pharmacist, consultant pharmacist, or clinical pharmacist. Some might be already here, might be a pharmd student. Pharmd student always ask me this question: how to become a clinical pharmacist in Australia? So is there any way they can become a clinical pharmacist? Okay. Yes, you can become a clinical pharmacist in Australia, or consultant pharmacist in Australia. So the condition that first you have to pass the KAPS exam and become a pharmacist. Once you become a pharmacist in Australia, then there is one body called SHPA. Okay, Society of Hospital Pharmacists of Australia. They basically, you need to buy a course, separate course from them, and you need to pass the exam, separate exam, to become a consultant pharmacist. But this is like, ongoing. Basically, you have to work as a pharmacist simultaneously, part time, like, evening time, 1 or 2 hours you can study, and within 3 to 6 months you can pass that exam to become a clinical pharmacist. So there is no, basically it's like kind of, it's up to you. You just need to study those content, and just need to pass the exam to become a clinical pharmacist in Australia. So you cannot become a clinical pharmacist directly from India. So first you need to become a pharmacist, then separately you have to enroll with SHP to become a consultant pharmacist, clinical pharmacist. Okay. So on an average salary in Australia, around 3 to 5 lakh rupees in Australia. And once you become a pharmacist, it's going to be 4 to 5 lakh per month. Initially around 3 to 3.5 lakh, because you have to work as an intern pharmacist for 1 year, and you need to learn. You have to work under supervision of a registered pharmacist in Australia. Okay, the average time will take total 6 months to 1 year maximum. Okay, and you are some of the reviews from the students. You are some of the students. Yeah, thank you so much. And now I'm happy to take some of your questions. Yes, guys, you can ask any questions.
Yes, sir. Ravinder, sir. Uh, because it's a, students are sitting in a seminar hall, right? You can take an initiative. I mean, you might have mic or something, you can give students, they can ask questions.
For students, if you want to migrate abroad, so highly recommended for this channel. This is my personal channel, Dr. Akram Ahmad. So you subscribe the channel, you will find a lot of information. We always make new content, new videos for like Australia. Yesterday I uploaded one video, maybe today is going to be live. It's about the Korea, opportunities for the pharmacists in Korea, opportunities for pharmacists in Thailand, different countries. I always make content and videos, so you can, you will get a lot of new information from this channel. So please subscribe the channel, And you can always comment in the videos so we can make the new videos as per the requirement, whatever you want. Okay, and
Sir,
now please ask your
one
question.
question.
Yes,
Sir,
Vamsi.
one question, sir. It is asking how many chances are to attend exam.
Yes, for Australia is like unlimited attempt. For New Zealand, only 2 attempts, but for Australia, unlimited attempt. But no worries, you will pass in your first attempt. We have a very 93% student pass in our last 2 exams. Okay, so this exam is really easy exam. But in case if you fail in paper 1 or paper 2, so that paper only you need to repeat. But there's no such conditions. You can write as many times you want.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
from faculty members also you can ask, sir, if you have any questions.
The salary around 5 lakh for clinical pharmacist or consultant pharmacist per month. And salary is basically, it depend basically on personal, individual, how he's performing in the job, and the experience also. If you have experience, you will, it's going. But I'm giving you like on an average salary, like up to 5 lakh around you can easily make in Australia. Students, any other question?
Yes, sir. One more question, sir. During the interim
Yes. So
pharmacist,
basically, when
any
you are
examination to clear?
yes, I can read. So basically, if you are doing internship, so basically you have to do internship under the supervision of a Australian pharmacist, registered pharmacist. So this pharmacist is your mentor, okay, mentor. So he will guide you regarding the next exam. So while you are doing your internship, once you completed your 70% of your internship, then there are 2 exams you need to write. So these exams is not for you, just for you. These exams for any local pharmacist also. Someone completed Bachelor of Pharmacy from University of Sydney. He also need to pass the same exam. He also need to go for 1 year internship. So you are doing only the extra step, only the KAPS exam. After KAPS exam, you are the equivalent to Australian pharmacist. Okay. So there are 2 exams you need to write after 70% internship. One is called written exam. So written exam, nothing but it is regarding the laws in Australia. Okay, and this is an open book exam. You can see the book, or you can type on the, you can see the answer on Google also. Okay, and you can give the answer. This is like 99% student pass in that exam. No one failed. I don't know in my life last 6 years I'm in Australia. Any single student failed in that exam. Another exam called OSCE exam or practical exam we can see. So for that exam also your pharmacist, your mentor will guide you regarding that exam. So no need to worry. Even from academically, we also have that course. So at that time, if you need assistance, you can enroll for that course. Okay, so we will basically give you the assistance until you become a registered pharmacist in Australia. Yes. So if you have any work experience in India, definitely will help you. So for example, anyone is working in the retail pharmacy or any hospital pharmacy, or maybe as working as a clinical pharmacist in any hospital in India. So that experience will give you, so in Australia, basically they give the visa based on the how many points you have. So the work experience, if you have a 3 year plus experience, you will get 5 points. And if you have a work experience 5 and plus years, then you will get 10 points. But if you have a experience less than 3 years, then you will get 0 points. Okay. And this is they will help you to get the visa if you have work experience. Also, when you are looking a job, when you are applying for the job, so if you have a working experience in India, definitely will help you to get a job. But this is not mandatory. Work experience is not mandatory. If someone have experience, this is good. As I mentioned, this is Australia, not have much pharmacy. Here they are buying pharmacy, basically the medicine from India, China, US, high income countries. This is a so very low basically opportunity in the pharmaceutical industry, F&D or R&D. Not many pharmaceutical companies they are operating in Australia. They are just doing the distribution and marketing setups in Australia, and they are doing manufacturing in India or some other countries like Malaysia or this country. So I can say not that much high scope in Australia for like F&D, R&D, or those departments. They need pharmacists to work in retail pharmacy or hospital pharmacy. That's why they are giving the permanent visa or PR visa, and you can migrate with your family. Someone is married, I know two of my friends. They are the associate professor in India in Dehradun. His name is Jitendra Negi. So he is a pharmaceutical chemistry professor. His wife is a cognosy professor. They both write the exam and they pass the exam. Now they are retail pharmacists in Australia. Yes, the coaching we provide online. We have a mobile application, whether it is Android or iOS or in laptop, iPad, wherever you can access. So we have basically the exam faculty in Australia. So they pass the exam, they are practicing pharmacists in Australia, they are going to teach you. Okay, so they are in Australia. That's why the coaching is online. And we provide live session, live classes, plus study materials, plus the mock test. So practice you can as many times you can. Yes, this coaching fees, the Vamsi will give you the more information. And basically, as I mentioned, there is 3 steps. Like a step 1 fee separately, step 2, step 3. Okay, and basically you are paying around 70% fees to the government directly, not to us. Okay, and for our fees, you can pay in 6 month, 9 month, and 12-month EMIs. We have a option, loan option, and this is option basically no interest rate. So whatever you are deciding in the fees, you have to pay the same fees next 12 months. There's no interest rate free. Interest free basically we provide the loan. Vamsi, you can connect later on, and the student can fill this form.
Sure, sir.
So our Vamsi will talk to you one-on-one. So Vamsi is in Hyderabad. If anyone want to talk to him, you guys can talk to him, individually.
Definitely. Ravinder sir, we have posted the feedback form. Please share with the students. We value their feedback. It will help us to enhance our services.
Vamsi, I think you asked me if you can just talk for 3-4 minutes, like in Telugu,
Yes.
So they will be more interacting,
Okay. Sure, sir.
Yeah.
Definitely. సో ఈ ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఫార్మసిస్ట్ ఫ్యూచర్ ఫార్మసిస్ట్ అని మీ గురించే. సో మీరు అబ్రాడ్ లో ఓవర్సీస్ ఆపర్చునిటీస్ ఎలా ఉన్నాయి దాని గురించి మీకు ఈ వెబినార్ అనేది కండక్ట్ చేయబడింది. సో దీంట్లో మీకు ఏమైనటువంటి డౌట్స్ ఉంటే కనుక మీరు అడగచ్చు ఇప్పుడే, లేదా మీకు తెలుగులో కూడా ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయమంటే నేను కంప్లీట్ గా మళ్ళీ ఇంకోసారి ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయడానికి రెడీ. అండ్ సార్ ఈ ఫీడ్బ్యాక్ ఫామ్ లో మీరు క్వశ్చన్స్ కూడా మెన్షన్ చేయొచ్చు. చెప్పండి రవీందర్ గారు.
The student can ask the question in English or Hindi or in Telugu also.
సార్ మీ వాయిస్ బ్రేక్ అవుతుంది రవీందర్ గారు.
I think we can give the mic to the student. Might be they can ask directly the question.
Sir, you can provide any mail ID or WhatsApp for future communications.
Yes. So Vamsi and I'm going to share again. So we have. So you guys can take a screenshot. Maybe. Basically, you have to contact to Vamsi. Okay. So Vamsi is our Hyderabad associate. I'm writing his number. So you can just.
Already
Vamsi,
mentioned.
Can you please just mention in the chat box?
Yes, mentioned, sir.
Okay. So I'm just sharing his Vamsi number, so you can directly call to the Vamsi. This is a Vamsi number, but other numbers also you can Abdul Shiva, Amin, is our team. So Amin is the head.
Pasted his email address also in the chat box.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So Agar someone is not, no one is replying to you, the Amin is the head, so you can directly call to him. Okay, guys?
సార్ ఇంకేమైనా క్వైరీస్ ఉంటే అడగచ్చు సార్. I'll be there to help you. మీకు ఏమైనా క్వైరీస్ ఉంటే పర్సనల్ గా మీరు వాట్సాప్ చేయొచ్చు.
Further queries we have, we can contact you through mail.
All right, sir.
Okay, sir. Sure.
PharmD student, please ask question, guys. I am also PharmD, so when we are in the final year, so we have a lot of doubts, and many of you always complain. Basically, there is no scope for this degree, and this is not a right course you choose, basically, So I personally receive a lot of comments like this, from the students. But this is not true. If you are, looking to abroad, a lot of opportunities for you waiting, especially if you are B4 PharmD, so you can just pass the exam and migrate Australia, New Zealand, Canada, wherever you want. So academically, it can help you to complete your dream, and you can migrate easily there.
Even there are a lot of students are online also. If online folks any questions do you guys have, you can ask.
Yes, any student is online. If you have any question, please type your question. So I can give the answer. I think if don't have question, then we can finish on Nazim, I think. Or maybe, you can brief sometime,
Yes, sir. I'll take care of it, sir. If you want, you can move on, sir.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Yes,
Thank
so there's one question from Ravindra last. Teaching faculty in India can move as pharmacists. Yes, as I mentioned, the two of my friends recently, they moved as a retail pharmacist. So now they are working, they are both are husband wife, So yes, you can basically, as I mentioned, there is no work experience required. So if you are working in pharmacy school as a teacher, as a professor, so that experience, they will not count as a pharmacist. So, for example, anyone is working as like in the pharmacovigilance, clinical research, medical writing, medical coding, teaching, sales and marketing, regulatory affairs, right? So, this kind of experience, they are not count as a pharmacist job. Okay, so pharmacist work experience only if you are working in any retail pharmacy or hospital pharmacy, then they will count your experience. Otherwise, these experience are not counted. But you just need to pass these steps and exam. You can migrate as a pharmacist in Australia. You can work as a pharmacist in Australia easily. And once you registered pharmacist in Australia, there is a more chance to get as a lecturer job also. Without registering as a pharmacist, getting a job as a lecturer is very difficult. I can say like impossible. Okay, guys. Then thank you so much. You do not have any question. Yes, Avin sir, any other question?
Your valuable information. And thank you for our college management for providing this webinar. And thank you, Vamsi sir and Akram sir and Mohammed sir. And thank you all. With this, we are concluding this session.
Okay. Thank you so much. Bye.
you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. This is not one and only session which we have conducted. We keep conducting and making them aware of the career prospects for future, right, in any of the countries. So we keep connecting you, sir, Ravindra, sir. And we keep organizing those several webinars and seminars, if you want, for the benefit of your student community. Thank you so much, everyone, for participating. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.